Prime Minister Modi has said political rivals who are unable to take on the BJP-led government are misusing technology to spread fake videos on social media. Earlier, one person was arrested in Assam for allegedly sharing fake video of the Home Minister. A 31-year-old man, Ritom Singh, reportedly to be associated with the Assam Congress and functions as the party's war room coordinator. Earlier, the Telangana Chief Minister was also summoned by the Delhi police after this doctored video apparently appeared in the Twitter handle of the Telangana Congress. The video claims the BJP plans to abolish SC/ST reservation quotas, something the party has no plans of doing and has entirely denied.
लेकिन जो लोग चुनाव हार चुके हैं, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का दुरुपयोग करते हुए मेरी आवाज में ऐसी भद्दी चीजें आजकल सोशल मीडिया में डाल रहे हैं कि बहुत बड़ा खतरा पैदा हो रहा है। और इसलिए मेरी देशवासियों की अपील है कि कोई भी फेक वीडियो आपको नजर आए, आप पुलिस को जानकारी दो, हमारी पार्टी को जानकारी दो, कानूनी लोगों पर कार्रवाई होगी और उनको सबक सिखाया जाएगा। ये देश का कानून किसी के साथ भी इस प्रकार के खेल खेलने की इजाजत नहीं देता है।
मोदी जी आज तक अमित शाह जी ईडी, इनकम टैक्स, सीबीआई को इस्तेमाल कर रहे थे चुनाव जीतने के लिए। अभी मेरे समाचार मिला है तेलंगाना कांग्रेस पार्टी ऑफिस में दिल्ली पुलिस पहुंचा हुआ है। सोशल मीडिया में कोई पोस्टिंग लगाया, इसीलिए तेलंगाना के कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष को, तेलंगाना मुख्यमंत्री को हम अरेस्ट करते बोल के नोटिस लेकर तेलंगाना गांधी भवन में पहुंच गए। इसका मतलब नरेंद्र मोदी जी ईडी, इनकम टैक्स, सीबीआई हो गए, अभी दिल्ली पुलिस को इस्तेमाल कर रहे चुनाव जीतने के लिए। यहाँ पर कोई डरने वाले नहीं है भाई, यहाँ पर पलट के जवाब देने वाले हैं।
Well, joining us now, Mohan Kumaramangalam of the Congress Party, Vineet Goenka, the former national co-convener of the IT cell of the BJP, S. Chandrasekhar, the MD and CEO of KNS Digi Protect and former Group Director, Government Affairs and Public Policy at Microsoft. I'm also joined by Senthil Nayagam, founder of Meonium AI. He's a pioneer in deep fake technology and AI in movies and joins us on this program. Thanks very much for being with us. Mohan Kumaramangalam, the allegation is that Ritom Singh, somebody in Assam, somebody associated with the Congress, was involved in making this fake video involving the Home Minister. How does the Congress Party respond?
Well, if he indeed was the maker of the video, then I'm sure the law under the IT Act will take its course. But, you know, Vishnu, Mark Twain once said that truth is stranger than fiction. And frankly, what's true today is that the Prime Minister is probably the biggest spreader of fake news. He's going from interview to interview, from rally to rally, talking absolutely despicable lies about what the Congress manifesto represents. And all this while the Election Commission remains a mute spectator. Delhi police is going to Telangana to arrest someone over a retweet. And I really don't think they can figure out who the originator of the video is. But let me also say to the content of the video, which basically I think is a video that misrepresents Mr. Amit Shah saying that the BJP will end reservation. There is really no smoke without fire ever. If you go all the way back to 2015, it was no less than Mr. Mohan Bhagwat who said the reservation policy should be reviewed. After that, you go to 2017.
You seem to be endorsing this
the
fake
RSS
video.
Publicity. I'm not endorsing it. I'm saying that if the reason why they're worried about this video, because they're the purveyors of fake video. I mean, recently, in fact, the BJP... Let me finish.
Mohan, I understand the
Vishnu,
larger point you're
finish.
making, but you've not answered my question. Is this man, Ritom Singh, a part of the Congress in Assam or not? Apparently, he's part of social media in Assam for the Congress party. If he is,
he might be a member, Vishnu. I'm
no,
not
but why do you
aware
not
of his
know that,
exact
Mohan? Because it's a
status.
serious allegation.
Vishnu,
if he is,
Vishnu,
are you not going to throw him out of your party?
Vishnu, whatever the allegation is, I'm sure the law will take its course. I'm not disputing what the IT Act says or what the law is. Let the authorities investigate.
No,
I'm just saying.
I'm just
look
asking,
at the
is he part of
scale
the
what
Congress
is
or
being
not?
Happened.
Because if
Vishnu,
you accuse,
I'm not aware of his status in his Congress. Let me just say that I think the problem here is not one individual tweeting or retweeting or posting on Facebook. You have an entire fake news factory that runs out of the BJP. Just recently, the BJP's IT cell had tweeted a video of Mr. Gandhi and Mr. Kharge sitting together and making it seem that Mr. Gandhi is refusing to take water from Mr. Kharge. An edited video. That's not even a deep fake. It's what's called a shallow fake, which means you edit images or you edit videos selectively to spread basically false news. They've been doing this since, time immemorial. They're the pioneers in this.
Okay, let me get a
So the
response
only
to that.
reason they're getting worried about this, let me finish what I was going to say, Vishnu, which is the reason they're worried about this is because people tend to believe that the BJP indeed has an agenda to end reservation, and that's because of their own ideologues' utterances in the past.
Vineet, respond to that.
Vishnu, Ram Ram to you, Ram Ram to all my co-panelists and all the viewers who are watching me right now. Now, they say, it comes from the DNA itself. So if you see, we have seen Rahul Gandhi ji trying to fake the Geneva. There was no need for him to fake the Geneva. You all know, Feroz Bhai's grandson, Italian grandfather's grandson, but yet he tried to fake that. We also know that the cheap communication which was done by Supriya Sinha, their head of social media, in regards to Kangana Ranaut. Now, this two mentality, if you see, then you will have to question the involvement of the IT cell of Congress. What did Ruchira Chaturvedi, Arun Bereddy, Manar Mullipedi, or Rohan Alam, this Reshma Alam, these four people had to do this with this particular thing. So this is a dangerous trend which Congress is trying to do. In the last election, they tried to do Cambridge Analytica. They hired their services. We all know they wanted to have edge by buying this kind of technology.
Fake
So
news
they have to
again.
answer both Cambridge Analytica as well as this fake video which they're trying to push it through. Even now, if you see on your channel, the Congress representative is trying to push the narration that, this was Bharatiya Janata Party's stand. I don't know what he's talking about, but anyway, they'll have to answer to these people. And let me also tell him, police investigating agencies, LEA, law enforcement agencies, have the capability to understand where it has originated. A. So they will certainly reach to the people who have originated this content. B. If you see in the case of Arvind Kejriwal, when he retweeted, which was malicious, which was not correct, the courts have asked him to apologize, and which he did. In your case also, the CM is involved. If you want to say that the CM is innocent, he was so naive that he was not able to understand whether it is good or bad, whether it is right or wrong, whether it was correct or it was false, then I think he should resign as a CM. If he cannot understand that a video is false, then this guy cannot rule a state. He cannot understand the deep nuances of the governance. Then he is so naive that he should immediately resign and allow somebody else who is matured, who can at least differentiate between a fake and a real video.
All right.
But as I said, it runs in the DNA of Congress, faking that they are Gandhi, faking that,
Okay,
they are...
okay, all right. Both of you have made this point. I just want to go across to S. Chandrasekhar. Mr. Chandrasekhar, it's one thing to be creating a fake video. It's something else to be retweeting it and then being accused of, somehow being involved. Is that correct? Legally, does retweeting a fake video, when you may not be aware whether it's fake or not, is that something which is problematic from a legal standpoint?
Yes, so this is in the gray area of law. There could be instances where a person is totally innocent and may not know whether the content is genuine or fake. What would be of importance in such a situation is the intent behind it. And so that is why it is important to go to the originator of the video. But retweeting something, it needs to be examined in the light of the facts and circumstances. There cannot be a one-size-fits-all kind of a formulation on this, because there could be various situations.
Senthil Nayagam, the government has been absolutely clear. Rajiv Chandrasekhar, the minister, in fact, on this program a couple of months back, said that there will be action taken against, social media intermediaries. That if there is deep fake which comes on Twitter or on other platforms and it's not taken down, then they are legally accountable. Is the presence of this particular deep fake, proof of the fact that it's very difficult sometimes for social media intermediaries to actually identify and pull down fake videos?
Okay, we have deep fake as a concept started something around 2017-18 onwards. Mostly started porn videos were high quality. Okay, We have crossed that threshold. Now we are using AI for generating it, and we are gone more towards super fakes. Okay? Uh, you cannot detect. Most average humans can't detect if it's a real or a fake video. You have to, even if a news readers or whatever, you have to go check with another source and say, has this been spoken or not? That's how probably we could approach for it. Can the intermediary be made responsible? Yes, asking them to take down the video is an important factor which can be done. But proving it is real or fake is ultimately currently a forensic department can do it. Or somebody in Hyderabad or somebody else can probably do it. Because that's the only thing which is applicable when you go for a legal recourse, right? Courts will only agree on that part. Individual fake, other individuals can't detect if it's fake or true at all, right? We can say maybe it looks like fake, or if it's like currently we had the original speech, so we could detect that this was not spoken. Yeah. But what if it was shown as let's say a private video spoken inside a room, and that person is not there to clarify it? It will be very difficult to prove it if it's real or not. We create content, high quality content, we can do it. So these are all possible as of today.
No, but Senthil, I don't understand. From a technological standpoint, is it not possible for a Twitter or another platform not to detect the presence of something fake in a video and therefore pull it down?
It's impossible. Until you don't have any reference. Right? Impossible currently.
And therefore, Mr. Chandrasekhar, isn't that the real issue? That it's one thing to say that Twitter and other platforms, Facebook, have a responsibility, right? But the fact is, if they can't actually do something to detect these on a very proactive basis and pull them down, then we get into this kind of a conversation. So is this a question of the technology not really existing to pull down deep fakes, or a lack of effort by these companies?
No. So first of all, as my other co-panelists said, the level of technology has become so sophisticated that it's almost impossible to pull it down. But even today, there exists a lot of measures and technologies to try and screen out certain kind of content like pornographic content, child porn, etc., etc. So if there is a deep fake, and if it is closely approximating something which already exists in the database, or if it is pornographic or relating to child porn, then there is some possibility of it being detected and removed ab initio. But if it is some conversation or some other kind of content, then it will be almost impossible to remove it from the point of origin.
Okay. Mohan Kumaramangalam, the point made by the Prime Minister today is, and I quote, there is a plan to create a big incident in the next 1 month using deep fakes. I am making these allegations with a lot of seriousness. Games are being played to create social tension so that some untoward incident takes place. You know, it's a very serious statement there by the Prime Minister. Do you not accept that deep fakes can actually have a huge impact in our election process?
I think all forms of fake news can have a huge impact. I mean, as long as it goes unchecked, as long as it goes unverified, it'll spread like wildfire on today's web, and it can have a deep impact. I mean, many of our riots have taken place based on fake WhatsApp messages that have gone out in the past. New that happened in Haryana also originated the same way. I mean, if the Prime Minister is saying this, then he should take serious action. I mean, he's still in government, he still has intelligence at his beck and call. And we shouldn't do fear mongering, which is all he seems to be resorting to in this poll season. Now, to respond to Mr. Goenka, one, we never hired Cambridge Analytica. And all this nonsense about DNA, I can talk about his DNA being that of Godse and Savarkar as well, who basically said that Manusmriti is a scripture which is most worshipable after the Vedas. So I'm going back to the fact that the reason that the BJP is so upset with this, frankly, over all the fake videos that they themselves spread, is because there is some fire behind this smoke that's coming out. Now, Vishnu, I'll just say one thing, non-political. For about 15 years before I came into politics, I was also a techie and I worked on machine learning. It is almost impossible, given where the technology is today, for any intermediary to automatically detect that this is a deep fake video. One of the solutions that has been debated is whether the creation tools could put watermarks. But frankly, even those watermarks can be pulled down by other third-party tools. So we're in very murky waters here. To put the blame entirely on the intermediaries is not going to work at all, which is why I don't think Mr. Chandrasekhar has it right when he's come out with this policy.
Okay. Vineet, would you accept that we are in an area, a technological grey area, where there may not really be a solution? It's one thing to want all of these to be pulled down, but can you actually do it?
So Vishnu, I don't know whether co-panelists know that I have written a book, Data Sovereignty, along with 3 journals and a former RAW director, a deputy director, Ranade. And in that book also we mentioned one thing. There are 3 participants in this particular cycle. One who authors this, another one is the one who amends this kind of data, and third one who is the amplifier. Now, if the technology or the work which has been done is very class and the judiciaries or the intermediaries cannot identify this immediately. But as soon as the LEA, the law enforcement agencies, inform them, they are duty bound to pull it down. If they don't do that, then they are part of the conspiracy. So, number one. Number two, they should provide the data of who uploaded it first, so that author of the entire conversation or the conscript can be put to the LEA, then LEA can do it. And there is a long-standing demand from my think tank, Center for Knowledge Sovereignty, which I represent many times on your show, is that KYC should be done to all the social media handles, so that this maniac of deep fake and misrepresentation is done away. But as far as Congress goes, as I told in my earlier listing also, they have the DNA of fake. If Rahul Gandhi can fake his caste, he is genuine. What more do you expect from them? And Mr. Mohan Kumar Mangalam may not be knowing. Cambridge Analytica threats finally end up in Congress office.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave it over there. Thank you all very much for joining us. This is serious technology now, which can, without a doubt, have an impact on on our social cohesion, and in terms of elections, the spread of fake news. It's devastating all around. Thank you very much for sharing your views on this.